Assalamu alaikum students, it's me Zubair, your Spark Study teacher. Hope all of you will be fit and fine. Dear students, today we are going to discuss Spark Studies class 9th, chapter number 4, History of Pakistan and the initial problems of Pakistan as well. Madam had discussed with you the problems and the constitution making history of Pakistan in a very detailed manner. Today we are going to discuss initial problems of Pakistan. Dear students, if we go back into the history, the date of 14th August 1947 reminds us of a historical event after which one of the greatest nations of the world burned. The list of Pakistan's early problems after independence is huge and cannot be covered in one article. Most of the initial problems were created intentionally. Clear, students? Most of the problems were created intentionally to weaken the Muslim state, the newly burned state. The Hindus were in continuous struggle over spreading rumors against Pakistan, and they were of the opinion that Pakistan is a small country, a weak country, it cannot survive for very long. Such rumors created huge problems for Pakistan, like the migration of the skillful people. It created lack of skillful people in Pakistan, which term very disastrous implication over Pakistan, newly burned country. So these problems were created intentionally to destabilize the newborn state. Partition was not the only problem, but establishing the new government was difficult. In short, the independence and the establishment of Pakistan were not a piece of cake and were achieved by sacrificing hundreds of thousands of people. Behind the achievement of this new state, there are hundreds, thousands, millions of sacrifices of the peoples. In short, we will summarize the problem faced by Pakistan after independence 1947. There are numbers of problems, but we will discuss only 12 of them, like the division of assets. There was unjust distribution of assets between India and Pakistan. Second problem was the water crisis, like the river Ravi, which was a base for the agriculture production of Punjab, and Punjab irrigation system based on Ravi irrigation system, which was blocked by Indian government, and that termed a huge disastrous implication, huge destruction for agriculture production in the province of Punjab. And due to such situation, the government of Pakistan struggled hard, and with the arbitration of the World Bank, this water dispute was resolved in 1960. The second important problem was the choosing capital. After 20 years, in 1967, Islamabad was chosen as the capital of Pakistan. In the beginning, Karachi was chosen as the capital of Pakistan. Why? Because there were not many developed cities in Pakistan like India. So in development point of view, Karachi was a little bit developed city, which was chosen as the capital of Pakistan. But later on, Islamabad, after 20 years of hard struggle, Islamabad, a very new developed city, was made the second capital of Pakistan till now, after 20 years of hard struggle. Fourth problem was unfair boundary by Sir Ratcliffe. Due to unjust distribution of boundaries, demarcation of boundary by Ratcliffe, Pakistan lost Firozpur, Gurdaspur, Kashmir and Jalandhar as well. Clear? Fifth number, killing of the Muslims. When Punjab was divided between India and Pakistan, the Muslims living in the part which was given to India. During their migration to that Punjab which was given to Pakistan, hundreds of Muslims were killed on the way. When Pak decided Punjab division, Muslims migrated from Indian part to Punjab, Pakistan side. Around about 5 lakh Muslims were killed while migrating to Pakistan Punjab part. Sixth problem was the issue of the refugee problem. Around about 65 lakh migrants came to Pakistan, which was a big problem for just a new weak country. Around about 52 lakh migrants came to the Punjab, which was a huge problem for the province of Punjab. The next was forceful annexation of the princely state. Some princely state decided to join Pakistan or to remain independent, but Indian government forcefully annexed them with the India, like the Nizam of Hyderabad, who didn't want to join India nor Pakistan, but the Indian government forcefully annexed it with the India. The next was like the language issue. At the time of partition, there were 70 languages were spoken in British India, but after the partition, Bengalis claimed that Bengali should be the national language of Pakistan, while the speakers of Urdu claimed that the Urdu should be our state language. So Urdu was declared as the national language of Pakistan, which created a huge problem for the new country. The ninth problem was the death of the Qadiism. Qadiism, like sincere leaders, Pakistan lost in early age his sincere leader Qadiism Muhammad Ali Jinnah, which created a great problem for Pakistan. 10th problem was the Constitution of Pakistan. What is Constitution? Rules and regulation according to which a country is run. So we had also a lack of constitution. So the Indian Act 1935-37 was enforced in the country with few amendments as well, and the defense of the boundary was also a big problem for Pakistan, as we have had our first enemy India on the eastern side of Pakistan. So keeping the country safe, this was also a big problem for Pakistan. And the last and important problem for the new state was the economic problem for Pakistan. So these were some of the problems that the new country faced in the early age. Okay students, coming to the point. So first of all, we will discuss Constitution. After the establishment of Pakistan, the most important issue was Constitution. What is Constitution? The rules and regulation according to which a country is run. کلیئر وہ قواعد و ضوابط جس کی روشنی میں ملک کو چلایا جاتا ہے اس کو آئین کہتے ہیں. آئین میں فارم آف دا گورنمنٹ, بیسک ہیومن رائٹس آف دا سٹیزن, کلیئر, ایچ اینڈ ایوری تھنگ اس میں موجود ہوتا ہے. تو آئین کے بغیر کوئی بھی ملک نہیں چلایا جا سکتا. جس طرح کہ ایک چھوٹا آرگنائزیشن بغیر کسی اصول کے قوانین کے نہیں چلایا جا سکتا تھا, تو اس طرح ایک ملک بھی بغیر آئین کی نہیں چل سکتا ہے. تو کانسٹیٹیوشن بھی ہمارے لیے ایک بہت بڑا مسئلہ تھا. تو اس مسئلے سے نمٹنے کے لیے قانون ہند 1935-37 کو کچھ ترامیم کے ساتھ انفورس کیا گیا. سو کانسٹیٹیوشن میکنگ فار دا نیو کنٹری بیکاز کانسٹیٹیوشن از دا سم آف دوز لاز. آئین ان قواعد و ضوابط کا مجموعہ ہوتا ہے تھرو وچ ایڈمنسٹریشن آف دا اسٹیٹ از and business of the government is run, and rights and duties of the citizens are determined. آئین قواعد و ضوابط کا وہ مجموعہ ہوتا ہے جس کی روشنی میں کاروبار حکومت, عوام کی حقوق اور ان کی ذمہ داریاں متعین کی جاتے ہیں. ڈٹرمائن متعین کرنا. In absence of the constitution, absence mean غیر حاضری, غیر موجودگی of the constitution, system of the state cannot run for much time. آئین کے بغیر ملک کا نظم و نسق نہیں چلایا جا سکتا. Therefore, after the establishment of Pakistan, the British government of Indian Act 1935 and Act of 1947 with certain amendment was adopted. ٹھیک ہے کہ قانون ہند 1935 اور 1937 بعد ترامیم کر کے پاکستان میں لاگو کیا گیا. امینڈمنٹس مین ترامیم, رد و بدل. in the country as an interim constitution عبوری آئین کے طور پر, and making up new constitution was entrusted to the constitution assembly. اب نیا آئین سازی اسمبلی کو کون سی ذمہ داری دی گئی؟ ملک کے لیے آئین بنانے کی ذمہ داری آئین ساز اسمبلی کو دی گئی. فرسٹ سیشن آف دا کانسٹیٹیوئنٹ اسمبلی, کانسٹیٹیوئنٹ اسمبلی آئین ساز اسمبلی کا آف پاکستان واز ہیلڈ ان کراچی آن 11 اگست 1947 انڈر دا پریزیڈنٹشپ آف جوگیندر ناتھ مینڈل. یہ بھی ایک ہندو تھے. موسٹ آف دا ہندوز, نان مسلم سیکٹس Hindus also favor Pakistan because in the areas where they were living with the Muslims, they were very much happy with the Muslims, their attitude and their interaction with them. This constitution assembly consisted of the members elected in 1946 election, جو 1945-46 میں انتخابات ہوا تھا, اور وہ ممبران جو منتخب ہوئے تھے تو ان ممبرانوں پر مشتمل یہ آئین ساز اسمبلی بنائی گئی. ان کو یہ ذمہ داری دی گئی کہ آپ پاکستان کے لیے آئین بنائے. This assembly elected قائد اعظم as its president anonymously. متفقہ طور پر انہوں نے قائد اعظم کو اپنا صدر منتخب کیا اس آئین ساز اسمبلی نے, unanimously mean متفقہ طور پر. According to the Independence Act 1947, the Constituent Assembly had two responsibility. اب اس آئین ساز اسمبلی کی دو ذمہ داریاں تھے. کون سی؟ setting up a constitution for the country, ملک کے لیے آئین بنانا, legislation as a federal legislature, اور مرکزی قانون سازی اسمبلی کے طور پر اس نے ملک کے لیے قوانین بھی بنانے تھے. قائد اعظم گیو این آؤٹ لائن فار دا کانسٹیٹیوشن. قائد اعظم نے آئین بنانے کے لیے ایک خاکہ پیش کیا. ان ہز اسپیچ آن 11 اگست 1947 he in his address told to avoid the curse of influence. اس نے اپنے پہلے خطبے میں آئین ساز اسمبلی کی سامنے ایک خاکہ پیش کرنے میں اپنے ایک خطاب میں فرمایا کہ اوائڈ کرے, دور کرے, کرس, لعنت آف انفلوئنس, نیپوٹزم, اقربا پروری کا, کرپشن, بدعنوانی کا, آئیڈلٹری, بدکاری کا, ہورنگ, ذخیرہ اندوزی کا, اینڈ پروفیٹرنگ, اور منافع خوری کا, ناجائز منافع خوری کا. اینڈ اسٹرانگلی اپوزڈ ریشیل, نسلی, لینگویج, زبانی, ریجنل, علاقائی, لسانی, علاقائی, ریلیجیس, مذہبی, ہیٹرڈ, نفرت, اینڈ پریجوڈائس, اور تعصب. He told that all the citizens will have the equal political rights, but unluckily قائد اعظم died before making constitution. اس نے کہا کہ تمام انسانوں کو, تمام شہریوں کو یکساں حقوق میسر ہوں گے, لیکن پاکستان کی بدقسمتی یہ تھی کہ قائد اعظم بہت ارلی ایج میں وفات پا گئے آئین بنانے سے پہلے. For the country and the constitution making process became slow. اور اس کی وفات کے ساتھ ہی آئین ساز کا جو عمل تھا وہ سلو ہو گیا. ریفیوجی پرابلم, مہاجرین کی آبادکاری کا مسئلہ. The second greatest problem to the new government and people of Pakistan was the rehabilitation, آبادکاری of the refugees, مہاجرین کا جو انڈیا کو چھوڑ کر پاکستان ہجرت کر کے آئے, ان کی آبادکاری پاکستان کے لیے سب سے بڑا مسئلہ تھا. According to an estimate, ایک اندازے کے مطابق of the government of Pakistan, 6.5 million refugees migrated to Pakistan. 6.5 ملین مہاجرین پاکستان آئے. As a result of exchange of population, out of which 5.2 million came from Eastern Punjab and her state. 5.2 ملین اس مشرقی پنجاب سے آئے جو پاکستان اور انڈیا کے درمیان پنجاب کا جو بڑا صوبہ تھا وہ تقسیم ہوا, تو مغربی پنجاب پاکستان کو ملا اور مشرقی پنجاب جو تھا وہ انڈیا کو ملا. تو اس مشرقی پنجاب سے 5.2 ملین مہاجرین ہجرت کر کے پاکستان کے مغربی پنجاب میں آ کر رہائش پذیر ہو گئے. Likewise, 0.36 million came from Delhi and the remaining from northern India and other parts. About 0.5 million Muslims were either assassinated on the way or kidnapped. 0.5 ملین مسلمان جو مشرقی پنجاب سے مغربی پنجاب ہجرت کر کے آ رہے تھے, راستے میں ان کو یا تو قتل کیا گیا یا ان کو اغوا کیا گیا, عورتوں کی عزت کے ساتھ کھیلا گیا, بچوں کو قتل کیا گیا. While on the other side 5.5 million Sikhs and Hindus migrated from Pakistan. جبکہ 5.5 ملین سکھ اور ہندو پاکستان سے انڈیا ہجرت کر کے چلے گئے, جو اتنے بڑے ملک کے لیے, انڈیا کے جیسے بڑے ملک کے لیے ان کو سنبھالنا, ان کی رہائش کا انتظام کرنا کوئی مشکل کام نہیں تھا. 2,68,000 non-Muslim migrated from KP to India. which only 20,000 refugees migrated from India, rehabilitated in KP. 20,000 مہاجرین انڈیا سے خیبر پختونخوا میں آ کر آباد ہوئے. Therefore, the population of Pakistan increased by 10 lakhs% with the arrival of the refugees. With the arrival mean پہنچ آمد of refugees. The permanent rehabilitation of refugees were not an easy job for Pakistan. اب ان مہاجرین کی مستقل آباد کاری پاکستان کے لیے ایک آسان کام نہیں تھا. پروویژن آف فوڈ, ریزیڈنس, میڈیکل, رہائش, طبی, ایڈمین, امداد اینڈ جاب, نوکری etc. all were necessary to these people. The government, in spite of her limited resources, حکومت اپنے قلیل وسائل کے باوجود housed the refugees in temporary camp. Housed the refugees in temporary camp کہ ان مہاجرین کو عارضی کیمپ میں ان کو رہائش دیا گیا and arrangement were made to the best for their boarding and loading. Apart from these problems, some social problems were also created with the arrival of the refugees as well. Like geographical and defense problem. Geographically, Pakistan has great importance because it is located in such part of the world where it is connected with China and India on one side and on the other side with Afghanistan and Iran. In addition, Assalamu alaikum students. Today we are going to discuss the remaining problems faced by Pakistan soon after its independence. Remaining problems lie in social problem. The first one is geographic and defense problem. So yesterday we discussed that Pakistan faced around about 12 problems soon after its independence, but the most important problem in this connection was geographic and defense problem as well. As you know that Pakistan had its first enemy India on to the eastern side, and Pakistan share around about 1610 kilometer common border. You can see it on page number 38. Come to page number 38. See, there is Afghanistan in the northwest of Pakistan. We share a boundary with Afghanistan. Its length is 2,250 kilometers. It was drawn in 1893. It's called Durand Line. The next is we have in the north-south Iran. We have 832 kilometer boundary line with Iran, and in the south of Pakistan there is Arabian Sea. Its total length is 1046 kilometers. And the most important border line, common border line with India, which was drawn between India and Pakistan and Redcliffe Awards. You can see the length of the boundary between India and Pakistan. Its total length is 1610 kilometers between India and Pakistan. The border between India and Pakistan is known as the most expensive and the most critical boundary line in the world. It costs a lot, especially for Pakistan and also for India, to protect their boundary line night time, daytime, each and every second. There is strict observation over this boundary line. So Pakistan's foremost important objective was the protection of its boundaries from the first enemy, India, who was in deep struggle to destabilize Pakistan. So with other problems, boundary line, geographical location important protection was also an important problem faced by Pakistan soon after its independence. Okay students, come to the book. Geographically, Pakistan has great importance. Geo mean earth, graph mean knowledge. Knowledge of the earth's surface is called geography. So geographically, Pakistan has great importance because it is located in such part of the world where it is connected with China. As we discuss on page number 38, that Pakistan has 585 kilometer boundary line with China. The emerging superpower of the world. Pakistan has very close cordial relation with the People Republic of China. So from geographical point of view, Pakistan is situated in very critical and also in geographically and very important position as well. We can say that the Islamic bloc from west to the eastern side, from Morocco to the Indonesian and especially Afghanistan, which having great relation with Pakistan traditionally as well, and from religious point of view as well, we have great correlation with Afghanistan and also the other Islamic country Iran. In the west south, we share 832 kilometer boundary line with Iran. So from geographical point of view, Pakistan has very important position in the political affairs of the world as well. Okay, so with China and India on the one side and on the other side with Afghanistan and Iran. In addition, Pakistan is located on the junction of Central Asia and South Asia, thus its importance increases further. Pakistan provides trade route to Afghanistan and also to Central Asian republics. Central Asian republics import-export using sea routes. Afghanistan trade and commerce using sea routes. Pakistan plays important position in this connection. Central Asian republics and Afghanistan have to use Pakistan trade routes for international trade. So from this point of view, in the region, Pakistan has great political importance in the world affair. Okay, Pakistan was worried for the defense of her boundaries from the very first day. پاکستان شروع ہی سے اپنے سرحدات کے متعلق بہت ہی پریشان تھا، اسپیشلی انڈیا اور پاکستان کی جو کامن سرحد ہے اس کے لیے بہت زیادہ پریشان تھا. ریممبر بیٹا کہ انڈیا اور پاکستان کا جو سرحد ہے دنیا میں سب سے خطرناک اور سب سے ایکسپینسو جاننے والا یہ باؤنڈری لائن ہے جو کہ انڈیا اور پاکستان کے درمیان ہے. 24 گھنٹے 1 سیکنڈ ضائع کیے بغیر اس باؤنڈری لائن پر پیرا ہوتا ہے ملٹری فورسز کا، ٹھیک ہے، سراغ رسا کتوں کا، گھوڑ سواروں کا، اونٹ سواروں کا پیرا ہوتا ہے اس سرحد پر، انڈیا اور پاکستان کے سرحد پر. تو پاکستان کے لیے بھی اپنی سرحدی تحفظ انتہائی ضرورت کا حامل تھا اور انڈیا کے لیے بھی. سو پروٹیکشن آف دا باؤنڈری لائنز واز اے گریٹ امپورٹنٹ فیکٹر فار پاکستان. Pakistan was worried for the defense of her boundaries from the very first day because there was not only the distance of 1600 km between East and West Pakistan. جو ایسٹ اور ویسٹ پاکستان تھا، مشرقی اور مغربی پاکستان جو ابھی بنگلہ دیش کے نام سے یاد کیا جاتا ہے مشرقی پاکستان، اس کے اور ہمارے مغربی پاکستان کے درمیان 1600 کلومیٹر کا فاصلہ تھا اور یہ علاقہ سارے کا سارا انڈیا کا تھا. تو مغربی پاکستان سینٹرل گورنمنٹ کے لیے مشرقی پاکستان میں کسی بھی قسم کے ڈیولپمنٹل پروجیکٹ، کسی قسم کی ایکٹیویٹیز کرنے کے لیے انڈیا کا علاقہ پار کرنا ہوتا تھا، استعمال کرنا ہوتا تھا، جو کہ انڈیا بہت ہی زیادہ مسائل پیدا کرتا تھا انہی ترقی کے راستے میں، ایسٹ اور ویسٹ پاکستان کے ریلیشن کے راستے میں. He tried her best to destabilize the developmental project and communication between East and West Pakistan. Clear? So this 1600 kilometer distance created great problem for East and West Pakistan. And remember that this distance gave birth to separation of East and West Pakistan. But there was India between the two parts. So from all these point of view, Pakistan was very much weak. And military, modern weapons, airplanes and marine planes and other war equipments were equal to none. And the new government was in constant struggle to strengthen the country defense as possible. Clear? Okay. The next important problem for Pakistan